Please comment, like,
share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Spicy, tasty vegan cuisine. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gregory Allen. Our next speaker on this theme that we have, faith, is going to be Sister Shanice Lindsay. Could you please give her a hand, please?
Joe, Lily, and everybody in the house. It's a privilege and an honor for me to be here today. I am so delighted not to be in the freezing cold UKK right now, but to be here in the Gambia, here at Lily Apartments, celebrating KWANZA. And Mary Lily's asked me to say something on faith in us as a people. And when I thought about that, what came to mind was that in 2021, there's going to be an even greater movement of us as a people. The movement started, I'd say at least 20 years or so ago, where many of us, those of us who were born in the diaspora, woke up to the reality that we were different. We were not British, and even though we were indoctrinated with a British education and given a Eurocentric education, we didn't learn anything about who we were as Africans. And that's something that we had to learn for ourselves. And over time, when we learned that we were Africans, we started to look across to the continent to see what was happening. And we saw the suffering of our brothers and sisters, we saw the turmoil, we saw all that our brothers and sisters were going through. And the pain of our brothers and sisters was our pain. The hurt of our brothers and sisters was our hurt as well. And there were many of us that decided that there would come a time when we would find our way to Mamaland, to Mama Africa. And as a people, we started making our way. And we're going to rise up, ones like Mama Lily, who paved the way for us. And so for those who are coming and for those who are yet to come, we come with our experience of the UK, where we were from, and we come to learn, we come to share, we come to develop relationships with the descendants of those ancestors who were left here, and those of us who were taken across the seas. And there's a great job of work to be done for us to build up that faith and to build up that confidence and to build up that relationship with those brothers and sisters that we left behind. And so it's a new day, and as the movement happens, my desire is that, there will be the understanding, there will be the opportunity for communication, to share stories, and to talk about how we can bridge the gap between those of us that were taken away and those of us who were left behind. And that's going to take a huge amount of faith. And that's what today is about. It's about realizing that with faith, we can achieve and accomplish so much together. And so, as today's KWANZA principle is faith, let's go through 2021 with the faith and the confidence to build new bridges, new relationships that can lead on to bigger and better things, because there is so much that we can accomplish as a people when we come together, because unity is our strength. We can all do the little that we can on an individual basis and on an individual level, but when we come together and we put our faith and our trust and our confidence together in each other, we can all accomplish so much more. So for me, going forward, it's a bottom-up approach. It's not about looking to the government to do for us, but looking to us to see what we can do for ourselves. So in faith, for 2021 and beyond, I wish you all an abundance of faith and good fortune. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Shanice. Okay. Well, that sounds good. Well, for our next speaker, someone's very dear to me, in fact. It's my wife. This is Mama Naasira, Ageela, and she'll be able to tell you a little bit about her background and how she's used her faith to do the many things she has done, including the herbal cure for the novel coronavirus right here in the Gambia. So please give a hand to Mama Naasira.
Lovely husband. Thank you so much, Mommy and Lily, for calling me and giving me an opportunity to come and enjoy this wonderful moment. We really miss Brother B, because this is the day that he would have had the last KWANZA day of faith. And I really believe that faith is so important, because without faith, it's impossible to have a dream or belief that one can be in the position to do whatever that's required to do this life. My one faith is helping myself so that I can help other people. And the way I believe in helping other people is sharing my gift of feeding people, as I've done tonight. And I want to thank all my chefs that have been in my life to make this possible. Believe me, it's a very difficult chore sometimes, because we don't always know what we are doing. We just believe and we do it. So thank everyone. I thank all of you for being in my life. And as far as my Mama Lily, thank you for also asking me to speak about Spicy Tasty Vegan. Spicy Tasty Vegan is my life, and I want to be able to share this lifestyle with everyone throughout the world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, the other speaker is me. So you give me a hand. Thank you. Once again, I'm honored that I'm here and that Mama Lily would ask us to come. We've been coming for 4 years, and as my wife said, Brother B has just been an outstanding figurehead in keeping this ceremony going. What I'd like to say is my wife and I thought about faith and why we are here doing what we're doing. My wife, I think, is one of the best vegan chefs on the planet, and she had a lot of people that were thinking somewhat of the same. She started feeding people, and people were getting healthy. I came into her life, and I thought that if we had classes, then we could, if you teach a person how to fish, then they can fish for themselves. Well, if you read our book, chapter 5, most men are slow, that's me. I bet on the wrong horse. We ended up having more people than ever before wanting the food. And so I asked my wife if we could just take a few minutes, take a few months, and write out the recipes and see what happens. Well, once again, I bet on the wrong horse. I thought it was only going to take a few months, but it took us 27 months. No TV and no doorbell. Our motivation was that our people in America are dying. Our friends are dying from the air that they breathe. They call that geoengineering. From the lead and water that they get through the pipes. From the water that they get through the plastic. And we know the plastic leaches into the water. From the food that's sprayed with herbicides such as atrazine and glyphosate. We have a lot of sick people. And unfortunately, in America, we're looked at as fat people when it's not fat. It's simply our body's reaction to the poison that it has. It's inflammation plus. And how do you get out the inflammation? You got to change your lifestyle. So Mama and I, knowing of the challenges that we had in the United States, felt that the best way to save our people there was to come to Africa and to help Mother Africa. Because we understand the strength and the genius of the Africans. We understand the mental and spiritual direction of the Africans. But we also understand that they too had been colonized and had the intruders. So we felt that if we come to Africa and give our hearts, give our information, that we could unite a people that could be united in heart and do the unlimited. And with that faith that we have, our book became #1 in the world on health and nutrition for people of color. Now, because we understand truly that we are all one, we wrote another book, and that book is for the general public, which is #1 in the world in the UK. Because we understand that if you eat better, you're going to think better. And for us people of color, when we eat the food that supports our body, then not only is our body going to be optimum or better, our third eye is going to open up and will become more of who we are meant to be. And for those that are not as melanated, which when I say melanated, that's just a term that a lot of Europeans have used. We're talking about copper and carbon. And if you put copper and carbon together, you get electricity. And that's what we are. We are the electrical people. Can I get an amen? Amen. My mama and I, we took our leap of faith. We didn't have a lot of money. I worked as a teacher, educator, my wife, a librarian technician, but we knew that if what we were doing was right, the way would be made. And we decided to, our apartment, to just lease it out. But we had a problem. We had what we call bed bugs. I don't know where they came from, but all of a sudden bed bugs came out everywhere. And we couldn't lease our apartment, not in good faith. And we decided to come to Africa anyway. And as soon as my wife and I had that discussion, and she went inside the door, the phone rang, and it was the landlord saying, I will give you $12,000 if you don't sublease your apartment. And you think we subleased it? And you see us in Africa. So I'm just saying, if you have the faith, the doors will be open. And we as a people have a history of that. We as a people have a legacy of that. Because we are the heart. We are the soul. We are making the way. We do have the faith. And nothing will stop us from our goal. Thank you.
Very much for that, Dr. Joe. And I think the next speaker is going to be Errol, who is going to talk on Imani, last day of KWANZA, in relation to faith in the government leaders. Give him a big clap.
Good evening and happy KWANZA. This is the first time I'm going to make a speech, so bear with me. Yeah? I hope that the leaders in Africa stop following the West and thinking that Africa is the same as Europe or America. It's not. It is a country, a continent that needs strong leaders, and leaders that must stop following what the West says and do. We need strong leaders especially this time now with COVID. So to me, there's no COVID. It's like a flu. I don't see no COVID in Gamia. In the UK, they've got people locked down and they're in a house, going mad, depression, and that's why one of the reasons I've come to Gamia. And I just want to say that we need leaders to have faith and strength and just be brave and realize that Africa is not the same as you, and Africans need more love and unity on the continent. We need to get together, and that's why I think I need us to unite us. Thank you.
And we're going to have our Mr. Phillips. Please, Mr. Phillips. Give him a hand, please.
Thank you. Yeah, first of all, I want to appreciate everyone here for being here today, this last day of KWANZA. Yeah, I want to talk about faith with the teachers and with kids. That's the topic I'm going to talk about. And obviously, before I start, I just want to contrast on what the previous speakers have said based on faith. And in my own opinion, faith is an universal language that everyone, wherever you may be, we can speak the language of faith. No matter the situation where you are, no matter what you are doing, you have to speak the language of faith. And then, why the parents built up confidence, built up faith to bring their kids to us as a teacher, and why the children also build the confidence to sit under us and deliver message to them and to benefit them tomorrow. And why the teacher also stand by faith and believe himself that when I teach this child, he or she can be able to receive where faith comes in. So in that way, I'm just thank Mama Lily for the privilege, even though I was very tight up, pushing and pulling, bring me in to just say a simple statement here. So I thank you, Mama Lily, and I thank you, Doctor. Thank you all.
Thank you. We're going to light the candle. And for those of you that have not had the ceremony before, since this is the last day of the 7 days, our speaker who's going to light this candle, they're going to explain it. So, our candle lighter, could you please come forward?
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be here, and then I'm very sorry to be the last person to attend this program. I'm very happy, I can say, and then I am also very emotional because for all these, so many years ago, we have been celebrating this day for a week, and today we are here and he's not available. And the little thing I just want to say about faith, we should have to have faith in ourselves. Have to have faith in people that are trying to build us. Mama Elili is one of them, and so many of them. When they are alive, we don't have to have faith on people when they already left us. It's baseless and useless. We have to have faith in people when they are living with us. Mama Elili has sacrificed a lot for the Gambia and humanity in general. I know about it. Brother B as well, and so many other people that are sacrificing. My appeal to the African people is, let us try to embrace people when they are living. I could have missed this program, but because Mama Elili called me to tell me that she's organizing this year, and then I was thinking about it, then we used to do it, and this year, how is it going to, when she just called me, I was just like, whatever happens, I'm going to reach it. When I was driving on the way coming, I said, even if my car has to broke here, I have to just get taxi to go to this place. So, for that being the case, I say thank you to everybody. And about these candles, is light. Africa is the light of the world. Black people are the light of human race. In creation, everything comes from black. So that is why anywhere black people go, if a black person married to a white person, they breed. The next breed is a black. If a black person married to a Chinese, the child they bear, is a black. If a black person married to an Indian or Arab or whatever, the child they bear is always black. So that is why black is so powerful. And then this can lose people life because you have 7 principles in KWANZA. That is, I cannot just say everything by head right now, but like we are saying, the last day is faith, and we also have Umoja, we have Karamoja, we have others, the 7 principles. So those 7 principles, that is what represents these 7 countries we see here. So normally, as the program goes, every candle represents the various days of the KWANZA. So as the last day, so what we used to do is that we light them up to show happiness and to show that we are people of light. We are not dark. This dark skin is our strength. It's our strength. It's not anything bad. As people, other people of color, whenever they talk about black things, they try to attribute it with bad things. It's because of jealousy. When you have something that somebody wanted to have and cannot have it, by and force they will say things about it that can make you to feel low. So that is why every time those who are not blacks are jealous of black skin and black power. That is why they always attribute black to bad things. So some of us who doesn't know much about ourselves, so we feel that black is just a mere or nothing absolutely. So I think I better stop things here, and then I thank everybody for being here once more. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
We're just going to light the candles. It's going to be one black and one green. Did you want to do that at this point? Light the candles.
Yeah.
Okay, now while he's coming up, I think it's very important in terms of nutrition that we understand that we, the melanated people, are a lot different from Europeans. When you look at our skin, which is carbon and carbon, this is electrical. We have a more extensive system in terms of our circulatory system than Europeans. So it's like we have more veins, and we're able to get more messages to our brain faster when we put it with our melanin and our muscles. And that is, it's not clogged up by eating the wrong food. They have more sulfur and more salt in their body, which makes it a lot different from ours. That's why they can be in areas where it's cold, but for us, but not for them. And that's when they get their hair wet, they give off a smell, but we don't. They have more worms and they have more parasites to help them break down their food. And the list goes on and on. That is why it's very important that you understand and appreciate your blackness, your strength. We're very different, and we have to eat the food that is going to support that. And so with that in mind, as he lights the candles, keep in mind it's faith that brought us thus far. Faith that brought us to this point. Faith that has given us the information because we had the audacity to have the strength to believe in ourselves.
All right, thank you very much. As I light the candles, I ask God, the Almighty, to bless everyone who is in this gathering, to give the strength and power to be able to do more for ourselves in years to come, and for Africa and African people, both at home and abroad, for their unity and their progress. Because unity is our problem. But we pray that, by lighting these candles,
our people get united in heart and in deeds. So I like the kind of that.
ñetti yu xonq ñetti yu green ak benn bu ñuul ci digga bi
I say thank you to everybody for being here again.
I want to thank all of you for coming out. Look around at the person next to you. Know that they're a reflection of goodness, of love. Because they're a reflection of yourself. And if there's someone that you don't know, please go out of your way. Let them know that, hey, you're a reflection of me, so what's your name? So thank you for coming out. And once again, thank you, Mama Lily. Enjoy until next year. But remember the principles every day.